Hello. Sorry about the time. It's been a bit of a crazy day for me. I was originally planning on being here at 7 as usual. Yeah, it nearly got up to 9 o'clock like last night, but I managed to get ready a little bit quicker, so here I am. So how are you all tonight? Let me know in the comments how you are. Let me just make sure I got all this. I want to get my camera right before we get into this. I think that's okay. Well, we'll go with that. Anyway. So yeah, feel free to let me know what you're up to, how you are, how you've been. So yeah, I mean, I did the show last night. I guess I wasn't really planning on coming live yesterday on Monday, but today it's like a normal day. I would normally be live, so here I am. Oh, hello. Franny, hello, hi, nice to see you tonight. I'm back. Late again, I know, but I'm here. I'm fine today. Good. Well, it's nice to see you. Well, I've got a few things lined up as usual. A few stories. I mean, I've been looking at news stories and what's been going on, and I've got so many stories that I want to share with you guys. I probably won't be able to share them all. It's unlikely I'll get them all out in this show. I never can, but if I can get some out and like just tell you what's going on, I hope I can do that today. Anyway, I'm gonna try. So. Well, we'll just chat for a bit. We'll let a few more people come in before we go into anything today. So yeah, pretty usual setup today. I'm gonna have a little chat with you all first. I don't know, tell you a bit what's going on. We'll see where it goes. Who knows? We never know. These live things can go in any direction. And then I'm going to hopefully we can spin the wheel and watch some videos. But also I'm gonna go through these news stories. So yeah, I mean, if you're new here, I'll tell you how everything works. If you want to send any donations tonight, the best way to send a donation is via Buy Me a Coffee, which I have the link in the chat at the top of the chat. So there's I've put it at the top. I've pinned it up to the top of the chat box. So if you do want to make any donations tonight, that's where you should do it. Really, don't really bother with super chats. Also, if you do it, I will spin the wheel and we can watch some videos. any donation, I'll get that. Also, if you haven't already and you're watching this, maybe consider becoming a channel supporter. It's only £1 for the month. But if you want to do that, I'll tell you what, I'll put the link below the video while we're here now. Just give you a minute. Put some links on so you can see where everything is. Bear with me 1 minute. But yeah, this is the time if you feel like you want to ask me anything, this is the best time to do it. Before we get into any of the stories. Right. Let me share this with you. So what I'll do is, I mean, it's actually below the video already, actually, but I'm going to put it in the comment section. Can I do it here? No, okay, it's not letting me do it. Oh, that's a shame. Well, just go underneath if you go underneath the video, you can actually, underneath here, you can see all the links. I'll put some more links in the chat area as well. Is it off? Okay, cool. Let me have a look back here so I can see what's going on. So, Franny, 3 more days is my payday. I'll get you then. Oh, it's fine. Look, like I said, there's no stress about that. It's just if you can, that's great. If not, like I say, we have the goal every night. When I do these shows, I set a goal of £25. If we make the goal, that's great. I mean, basically, if we do hit the goal, I'll do what I said like last time. I'll share a secret with you, something about my life. So if we hit those goals, then I will share that with you. But yeah, no, don't worry about it. If you can't right now, there's no stress. Don't worry about it. Okay, well then, let me just tell you about a few things. I'll go over a few things that I'm doing and what's happening. So, if you've not already, I also have a Discord, and let me just share the Discord with you so you can see it, and then you can see what we have. Oh, bear with me 1 minute because I've got a new thing on this channel now that I'm doing. If I can find it. I want to share the screen with you. Yeah, I'll show you Discord. So basically, there's a link below this video. You can actually join the Discord there. Where is it on here? There it is. Let me see. I'll show what I'm going to show you. And you don't need to be a channel supporter or anything. You can join it anyway. But if you do become a channel supporter, you'll be able to do a lot more on there. So let me share it with you. Oh, okay, you can see it already. How'd that happen? No, it shouldn't be this screen. It should be this screen. Okay, let me share it. I've got a better way of sharing this with you. Just 1 moment. This is how we do it. Got this, and then I'm going to change the background to this one. Oh, does it work? There you go. That's better. That's better. Okay. Yeah, I've changed it a little bit because before you keep losing the donation bar and everything, and everything went small, so it's better like this. I hope you can see the screen. Hi, Charles. Good evening. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Charles. Nice to see you here tonight. Yeah, so this is the Discord. So if you've not joined the Discord, there's a link below this video. Please consider joining, because if you here, you can basically get, if you like the channel or if you just want to chat, it's really easy to chat with me, chat with other people on the channel. So it's really good for that. So this is the public chat. So normally people just like, random things in here. Everybody just kind of chats, talks. So we have the public chat. Then I've got the private chat, but the private chat is only for channel supporters. So if you're a channel supporter, like I said, it's just £1 per month, you'll get access to this, and that's where more like-minded people, they can chat, and we discuss things more to do with like mainly trans issues and stuff like that. But that's that part there. But I will show you that now because obviously it's just for channel supporters. I got my tweet section where I just put my tweets now. So yeah, I kind of got sick and tired of X. So I just created my own little tweets inside of the Discord. So I can share that with you guys here. Let me give that a like there. Yeah, there we go. And then obviously, if you're a channel supporter, I mean, this is quite good if you're already, because I know there's quite a few channel supporters that haven't joined the Discord. If you are a channel supporter, basically consider joining, because you'll get access. You can go to, well, I can show this. If you go in here, you can actually see the channel. You get all the videos, and these are you can use these links to go straight to the member only videos, but you'd only have access to this if you're a channel supporter. And then there is another thing. I'll just tell you about this as well. I do have a community membership that I'm just launching, and again, I will show you these now because they're only for community members. But basically, community members now can access the movie club and YouTube Watch. You'd have to join that via Buy Me a Coffee. So it's only available by Buy Me a Coffee. So if you're interested in that, there you go. So I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about my Discord. So yeah, at least think about joining it. It's really the link's below the video, and then if you join it, then we can chat more easily and stuff like that. Okay. Let me change the window a little bit. Okay. Now I've got to change it. I know it looks complicated what I've done, but it's better than it was. I managed to change it a bit. So yeah, like I say, feel free to ask me something, or I'm going to go straight into something. Straight into stories or something. We'll see. Okay, yeah, go first. So yeah, bit quiet tonight. Well, I might go. I might spin the wheel if everybody wants to do that. I can go straight to spin the wheel. I think we'll do that. Let's go to spin. Let's spin the wheel. I will do one free spin tonight. Okay. And then if anybody else wants an extra spin, like I said, go to the buy me a coffee donations to make a donation. That way I can spin the wheel more often. But I'll give the first one for free myself. I'll do it. Okay. Let me see. So now I have to go back to this again. Bear with me. Okay. I should never have taken it off. Okay. There you go. Okay, so yeah, this is spin the wheel. So if you're like Nightbots just said, spin the wheel, watch videos. So yeah, instead of like, I used to just like pick videos out myself and then we just watch the videos I picked. But this way I can just get a selection of videos and we can just randomly pick them out. So what we're going to do is I will spin it the first time. But if anybody wants to spin it themselves, like I say, any donation to buy me a coffee, it can be anything you want. It could be 70 pence, it can be £1, it can be $1, whatever you've got. It's all good. Okay, let me spin the wheel anyway, and we can get this get things started. Okay. Transgender woman coming out later in life. Okay. So I will find the video now and then I can share that with you guys. Just bear with me one moment. Okay. I gotta find it. Where's it gone now? It's buried in my videos. I've been watching lots of different videos, and then now I've buried it in my watch list. Let me see. Where are you? I know why. For some reason, it's changed my account. Okay. Yes. Here we go. Okay. I should have it now. Just one moment. Okay, I've got it. Yeah. Okay, so I have the video ready now. I will share the screen with you. So I think you can see that. Let me just check. Yeah, you can see that. Right. That's me. Like, so you're 72, are you, Franny? Well, this video, I mean, I think it's just, you know, I've seen a few videos like this on online on YouTube and stuff. And this, how old is this lady? I think she's 68. Okay. Well, what we'll do is I'll just put the music off and then we'll listen to this video. There we go. We'll listen to this video and see what she has to say. Ooh. Okay, here we go.
It's been a life of concealment, really. I tried telling my mother when I was 26. She listened for a minute or two and she said to me, well, I can't help you. And she got up and she went to bed. That was upsetting.
So obviously transitioning later in life, I think there's a lot of trans people that have been doing that. I will speak for any of you out there, or speak for anybody who does transition later in life, but I think it's understandable that a lot of trans people do that, because in the past, I would say, even in the UK, in America, and other countries, in the Western countries especially, being transgender was definitely one of these things that was a lot harder to be publicly open about who you were or who you are. And so I can understand why a lot of transgender people have come out later in life, because society and the openness wasn't there. Now, in I would say the last 20 years, I feel like that's just changed. I feel like in Western cultures, I think it's become more acceptable, people more open-minded. And I also feel like a lot of young transgender people now, because we have the internet, yes, because we are more open and more visible, they know now, like, they can come out. And I think I gave an example yesterday. I was talking about when I go shopping and I go to more where the universities and colleges are in my town where I live, and I see young trans women in the university. Like, they obviously have come to university and they've just started to live as themselves, because they're not at home anymore. They're not back, in their hometown. They're at university. They're studying, and they feel like, now I can, I can try and be myself in public. But there's something like that would have been so difficult over 20 years ago. So I can understand why we've got transgender people coming out, or have come out a lot older, and why now a lot of younger transgender people can come out younger. And I don't see that trend changing, even with all the laws, all the things that are going on here in the West. Even though it is actually becoming more difficult in some senses for transgender people because of the laws, like the law recently with the in the UK with the High Court ruling. It is becoming harder for us, but I still think you will see this trend won't change. I think trans people, I think they'll all come out younger now. So it's just the reality of how society's changed. And like another example is when I lived in Thailand. In the schools, you'd have groups of children, like young children, who would group up with they'd be the gay students, and then they'd be like the trans students as well. They'd have their group because it's just normal. It's just normal. They don't, they don't have that because they grow up, they know the trans, and they group up. They make friends with other trans students and stuff. But we didn't have that. Do I think that that's going to change in like the UK and stuff? Well, I know in America, in certain states, they're trying to stop that from happening. They're trying to stop education in schools. I can see they're trying to do that in the UK. But I think because the world isn't like that anymore, I think the world is open more. Unless we get something like China or North Korea, where they block the internet, I think that young trans kids will still know they're trans and still will group up with their other trans friends. So I don't think this is going to change. But I understand why we have an older generation that had to come out later in life, because the acceptance wasn't there before.
If it hadn't been for books, I would have done myself in a long time ago, because I could escape into books. It did completely take me out of myself, and that kept me going. Pamela, who became my partner, going back about 10 years ago, she knew.
Oh, so is this Wales? I just noticed the writing on that door there. It looks Welsh. And so this is disabled, and so I've never seen this before. This is just off another topic, but I've never seen toilets like this. So if you've seen any toilets like this, let me know. So I guess inclusive, so it's disabled and transgender. So it's a disabled toilet, but it also welcomes transgender people. I don't know. I mean, if you tell me how you feel about that. I have mixed feelings about this, and I'll tell you why I have mixed feelings about this. For me personally, I don't think that transgender people should have to use the disabled toilets. I think we should just be accepted in the toilets that we identify as. Or if you want to just have unisex toilets, go ahead and do that. Personally, I don't even like that because I don't really want that either. Because I just think you should just be able to use the toilets that you identify with. But this thing, I have talked to other transgender people who said to me that they feel more comfortable using the disabled toilets because obviously they're worried about issues. So, feel free to let me know in the comments because I really would like your opinions on this. Like I said, my own feeling is I don't feel that we should have to go to the disabled toilets. But here you go. This is like the inclusive toilets in Wales. So that's just interesting. I've never seen that before. I've never seen to have the trans flag. Well, not trans flag, the trans symbol here next to the disabled. That's unusual for me. I don't know how I feel about that. Not too keen, to be honest with you. But I know some of you might be, so you let me know.
I knew what I was doing because I started off again down the course I'm going. And she said to me, if you change sex, you'll have to leave the house. And I thought, considering you met me at the point when I was lowest, and right from the beginning, I told her about my situation. We lived together for 28 years at that point.
So her partner said that if she decided to transition, her partner didn't wanted her to leave the house. I think it's quite sad to hear. Again, please let me know your own experiences out there. I mean, well, I'm not going to tell you anything about myself. I have something I could tell you about this, but if you want that, we got to hit the goal. I'm not going to share that secret with you. Unless we hit the goals, I'm not going to share those secrets because I have something I could tell you about this. But yeah, it's £25. And it could be, you can pay in any currency. Trust me, it doesn't have to be in pounds. Okay, it can be in euros, it can be in dollars. But if you want to know any of these secrets, yeah, go to the donation because I'm not going to tell you otherwise. Because I do have something I could say, but I feel like I only share it if we hit the donation target.
And that was one of the factors which made me pull back, because the idea of going out and finding another place to live was very difficult. The problems that I faced growing older.
Oh, was really sad to hear that, actually. So she couldn't. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine, because the thing is, like, if you're in a relationship with someone, and they don't want that. Look, I understand if they don't want that. That's their choice as well. I mean, it's two people in a relationship, but I just think, like, if you love someone, you should be able to try and accept each other. But anyway,
as a registered social worker, now retired, then I'm aware of what the problems are. From a transgender point of view, I've had mixed response. The first GP I had in the surgery I'm at the moment, when I asked her for estrogen, she was quite horrified, and she looked at me and she said to me, well, I don't agree that the National Health Service should have to pay for medication like this for people like you.
Yeah, well, that's totally wrong. So, I mean, if you've ever come across anything like this, I mean, that's the problem, because with medical care, you do get this kind of mixed thing. There's, like, some doctors don't agree with us and stuff, like being trans and stuff. But the thing is, you've got to come to the actual point of what it actually is. Being trans isn't a choice. You don't choose to be transgender, and the reality is that we do have hormones now that can give us the appearance of, on the outside, how we feel in the inside. And that's really what hormones do. They give you that. Well, they do a little bit more than that, to be honest with you. They do some extra things as well. They do affect you emotionally, and I think they heighten your feminine for a trans woman, like taking estrogen. I think it does heighten your feminine side in some ways. I've definitely noticed, but I think as well. If you don't supply the hormones, you said, "Well, I don't agree with it. I'm a doctor," and I say, "I don't agree with it." Okay, but then you're going to send that person to go look for those hormones somewhere else. They're available. I mean, you tell me. You know, anybody who's watching this, you let me know what you do, because you know you can have access to these things, not always through doctors. Now, I don't advise that, but what I'm saying is, isn't that just going to send people going into the black market and looking for hormones somewhere else? So it's a very dangerous thing to do. I mean, if you care about someone's health, even if you don't agree with it, it's better that they take hormones under a doctor's, being supervised by a doctor, than going to, if you say, well, I don't agree with it. Okay, then, so I'll go find it somewhere else, but I will have a doctor to supervise me. So I think that if a doctor's supposed to, make sure that you're healthy, I mean, they're supposed to be do no harm and should be caring about your health, then they should really prescribe them to you, because that way, at least you're being monitored, and it's better for your health.
And I was a little bit shocked by that. So I said to her, what if I pay for it myself? Everybody else in Wales was getting their prescription paid for them. She accepted that. If I paid, I could have it. And for about 2 years, I was paying for my prescriptions. And pharmacists would say to me, you shouldn't be paying for this. But she made a mind up. She put this on the notes on the computer. This person pays for them. That I found infuriating.
Yeah, I've found that strange, because I talked to a few people here. I've talked to some channel members and some regular viewers on this channel, and they told me that they don't pay. And I'll be honest here, I've on and off I've paid. Now, I'll tell you something else, right? For me, when I really doesn't make it's here or there for me. Okay, I don't really feel like it's a big difference if I pay or don't pay. I don't really care, to be honest with you. To me, I hardly notice it. But the thing is, I have paid, and others have told me, no, you don't need to pay. And that's the first time I've actually realized, doing these shows, I didn't actually have to pay. So, I mean, I must admit, the next time someone says to me about paying, I'm going to say to them, well, actually, I don't need to pay for them. They are supplies on the NHS. They are part of a prescription. I shouldn't have to pay.
I think the best advice I can give from my own experience is, if you're not sure of something, ask the trans person, because they know more about the problem that they and other trans people experience than anybody else. It's not a question of we want to talk about it because it's good fun. It's simply a question of we want you to understand so that you can do what's best for us and help us.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that, and that's something I've been saying for a while, really. A lot of people, they talk about trans people now, but when we actually, I'm one of these people who says, yeah, you can ask me a question. That's why I said, like, in the comments now, I said, hey, I'm here to talk. If you're here and you're not trans, or you want to ask a question, feel free to ask me, because this is your time to ask me. Because I'm open to talking. I'm open to talking. I'm open to tell you what it's like to be trans, what my experience is being trans. And I have tried a few times to try to talk to people who I would say, you could say, on the other side, who see trans people as not trans. They don't believe we are who we are. And I've tried to speak to them, and I do see, like, they really have a very strong wall up. They don't believe. But the thing is that always for me is, well, I am trans. So when I talk to people who aren't trans, who seem to presume they know more than me, I always think, like, well, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I will try to tell them. If they don't want to listen, it's won't affect me. I'm just there. They've got the chance to speak to a real trans person, and if they don't want that opportunity, I can't force them. But But yeah, I agree. Anybody out there who wants to know about trans issue or anything to do with being trans or what it's like to be trans, whatever, ask a trans person.
I actually ignored what I knew I wanted to do and what was right for me. I'm not going to back down this time. It's the only way I can be myself. Since I've made the decision that I'm not going back, I feel better in myself, even though I'm sure other people won't be too happy about it. But I'm afraid I've reached a point where other people have to accommodate me rather than me accommodating them.
And that's the thing, you've got to do what is right for you. Whatever time you decide to transition or whatever time in your life you make any decision, you've got to do what's right for you. And there's always going to be people that are not going to like something that, oh, I don't like you being trans, or I don't, I've had it. I've had loads of experience. I mean, but you get to the point when you've had it so many times, you just don't care. You just don't like. I don't flinch it. I just don't even bother now. Like, I know what I want. I know who I am, and I go ahead and do that. And when people say, no, 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 you should do this, I've already kind of gone past that. And I think that's the right advice, is kind of just do what's right for you. Because when you do what's right for you, you'll find peace and you'll find that place where you find your happiness. I mean, since I transitioned, I've only gone from strength to strength. I've only felt better in myself, being able to do more. Like I say, like my work ethic has improved because I'm not worried about getting through the day thinking about being trans or anything like that. It's just like I just get on my life and I just enjoy my life.
I don't want to get reach the end of my life never having been myself. I don't know how many years I've got left, and I certainly intend for them to be lived for me, by me, as me.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I thought that was quite an interesting video. In fact, I really enjoyed that one. Let me just get myself onto a different screen, try and make this. I just changed the screen. I mean, if you notice, I'll just show it now. If you see the screen, what it looks like now, you see the donation bar and everything here, and I click it there, right? Okay, that's what I've been doing today. I've been setting up that so I can keep, because I wanted to keep the donation bar and keep the thing, the live and everything else on the screen. So that's why I was messing about with that last all day today. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna check some comments because I can see a few more comments here. Yeah, so actually, I thought it was really, I'd seen that video and I wasn't sure, and then like when I watched it, then I thought she was spot on. I totally agree with a lot of what she was saying. Okay, let me just check. Oh, so we have Jesse Brownie. Nice to see you tonight. I hope you're well. Let's see. We got Janice. Hello, nice to see you. I hope you're well. Hope you're doing good tonight. Oh, hi Jade. Nice to see you. I hope you're well. I originally got what's that? Everall Conti pads. Oh, right, via online UK pharmacy using my old dead name. Ah, right. So I mean, I can ask you, did UK pharmacy, was this a pharmacy, a UK pharmacy in England, or was it a pharmacy that was, overseas? Just out of interest, you don't have to tell me. I know it's a private thing. It's up to you. I mean, like I think I've told you all before that I lived in Thailand for a few years, and so I bought a lot of my hormones in the pharmacies there. That's where I got it from. But I mean, it was a different thing for me because everybody, I mean, well, not everybody, but a lot of my friends and people that I knew there, I had trans friends there. And so they did that. And it was quite simple for me to go get my bloods checked to the doctors in Thailand. In Thailand, because there's quite a large trans community, it's kind of like just normal. So that's kind of how it's done there. So it's a little bit different from like where I am now in the UK. But I wouldn't advise people to do that. I think the best way is to go through the NHS here in the UK, or if you're in another country like America or something, go through a doctor, because you always want to make sure you're getting your bloods checked and you want to be healthy, and but it depends your situation. Obviously, if you live in a country where you can just walk down the road and go to a pharmacy and pick them up, I mean, it's a little bit different. Yeah, good. Yeah, well, good evening anyway, Jade. And it's nice to see you here tonight. I'm sorry I came on so late. I'll let you all know I was on a late again, but I'm here anyway. I can be apologizing all night, but at least I'm here, and I always will be. I always will come on, even if I'm a little bit late. Sometimes I'll always come back on. I'll be online. Can I just say to my trans people and more trustworthy and would love help more? Well, no, you look, Charles. I know this. You are. I know you're an ally, um, and I mean that's the best thing to do. When you for trans people, that's what we're asking really is like someone. You respect trans people, and as well you listen. You're here now. You're listening to the videos that we're showing and talking about, and other people on this channel that communicate. I know you're in the Discord as well, so you're somebody who's listening, and you're interested in trans people, and I think that's the best way. Because like that lady said before in the last video, if you want to learn something about trans people, just ask a trans person their experience, and that's the best way. Don't listen to somebody on the internet who's not trans, who's just saying, "Oh, this is what trans people are like," because they don't know. They can never know because they're not trans. So yeah, so you're doing the right thing anyway, being here and stuff. And I know you've been coming to this channel for a couple of years now, Charles. So I mean, it means a lot to me because I do know who you are. UK pharmacies using my dead male name. I was amazed. Oh, right. Okay. So you could get it in the UK that way. Well, that's interesting. Well, I think I told you about my experience. I do pay, but I'm not gonna anymore. Why should I pay? You know what I mean? No one else is paying, so I'm not gonna pay anymore. And I have to go to London to get mine anyway. So because my local pharmacy is rubbish. Well, it's not pharmacy. It's not pharmacy. My local doctor is rubbish. My local GP is useless. Nightbot, what are you saying? Please support the channel. Yeah, yeah. If you choose tonight, like Nightbot says, if you do choose to support a channel, look, we might get up to £25. We might not. It doesn't matter. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. I will share secrets with you if we get up there. But if you want to spin the wheel, or if you just want to, whatever, any donation is welcome. Jade, so I have just had my bloods done today, ready for my annual visit to the gender hormone clinic. Right. Okay. Good. Yeah. Well, that's good. And then so I hope they give you like all the information and stuff for your bloods now. I get my bloods. Well, I will get my bloods done next when I go down to the London pharmacy. If the London clinic, not pharmacy. Why am I going to a pharmacy in London? Okay. When I go to London, then I go to the clinic in London. They'll do my bloods, but they don't really ever give me back. They just say, "Oh, I'll let you know." They say they'll let me know if there's anything wrong. So they never let me know anything. So I'm assuming they're okay. But I prefer actually a detailed rundown of my bloods. I prefer that. I have considered actually going to one of these online, these online blood check things you can do. I've been thinking about doing something like that because I'd like to get some information on more details about my blood work. So but I mean, like the doctor said, like if there's anything wrong, we'll let you know. But I'd like more information about it so I know what's going on. But anyway, so yeah, so like I said before, I have a few stories tonight, which I'm going to go over anyway. I'm going to do them. And otherwise, if you want to spin the wheel, like I said, I mean, I know I've told you all, just use buy me a coffee. If you want to spin the wheel, use buy me a coffee, and we can watch videos as well. So it's all up to you guys what you'd like to do tonight. And I mean, obviously, I've got a time underneath here tonight. It says like 7 till 9. We'll ignore that. I'm going to get rid of that because I can't guarantee 7 till 9. I think it's just going to be whenever I get online, really. You know, like I you never know. I mean, like today, I didn't originally plan. I originally planned to be on at 7, and then my housemate said, "Do you want to go out and get some shopping?" I went out with my housemate, and then the next thing is we're going walking around town, and she's like, "Oh, can we go look at this shop?" So I'll go to shop with her, and then before I know it, it's 7 o'clock. So that's just how life is. I get the results direct from my GP on the NHS app. I am lucky to have a share care agreement. Yeah, that's really good. That Jade, that's really good. So you get it through the NHS app. You know, I've had some very bad experiences recently. I don't know if it's just my GP then. I mean, I do here in the UK, we've got problems all over the UK with GPs and the NHS and stuff, just because it's underfunded and stuff like that. But I've got an NHS app, but very rarely get any kind of information on it, and I've got nothing about my hormones or stuff like that. They're really useless in my area. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, they're really useless in my area. So I mean, you're really lucky because I don't have that. I don't have like my app doesn't really tell me anything. And then when I'm trying to book an appointment, luckily I don't need to go to the doctors much. But when I do, it's a headache. I can't stand it. I really don't like the system here in the UK. I really don't like it. I wish it was better. For me, I mean, you might have different experiences out there. You know, other people might have different experiences. I mean, I must admit, I do prefer it when I'm in Thailand. But I do pay there, so I guess it's different in it when you pay. Okay. I get the full blood results. Wow, that's really good. So you get that all through the NHS, full blood results, updates on your NHS app. Wow, I'm jealous. I don't get all that. You see, it's different areas, different situations. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I can't get my hormones from a local GP at the moment, but I'm gonna get that sorted out. Because speaking to more of you out there, see, this is why it's good for me doing these live shows, because speaking to more of you out there, and I see what you get and what your experiences are. I feel like, okay, well, maybe I should be saying something, you know, because it's not right, is it? You know, we should all get the same healthcare. We're all, you know, in the UK, the NHS is supposed to be for everyone, isn't it? We're supposed to all be at the same situation. Okay, well, what I'll do is, like I say, feel free if you want to spin the wheel tonight. Feel free. I think I've explained that. You know, buy me a coffee. Link in the chat. But if not, I'm going to cover some stories. Well, not stories, news stories, but I think they're interesting. So let me see which one I want to do first. Well, let's do this one. Let's do this one on the Green Party. So some of these news stories are going to be about the UK. I sometimes cover some in America as well. So wherever you are, hopefully this will be interesting for you. So let me just I need to get these stories so I can share it with you. But I mean, I'll tell you a little bit about it while I'm looking for it. I have to get my WhatsApp because I'm on WhatsApp. So yeah, so basically, I've already looked at a few parties, government in the governments in the governments, the political parties in the UK. I've already looked at a few already, and I've talked about them. But today I saw something about the Green Party, and I thought it'd be interesting to share that with you. Oh, here it is. So I think we should have a look at the Green Party. So let me share the window if I can do this, and then we can have a look and see what we can learn about the Green Party. I have talked to a few people on here before, and they said that they support the Green Party. So you might already know about these things with the Green Party, but I didn't really know as much. I must admit, I've been with political parties. I've been just kind of feeling like, well, politicians, they're not. You get a politician and it's the same thing, you know. But I think we're at a point in the UK anyway. We're at a point in the UK because we don't just have like America where you got the Republicans and the Democrats. We've got loads of little parties. And so it's worth looking at the different parties because really we are at that phase where, you know, we've had the Conservatives in power for the past few years. And most of the country is like, no, we don't want the Conservatives anymore. They've done a terrible job. And then we've got Labour in power now, which looked like they were going to be good for, you know, the trans community and overall be a lot better, but they've ended up not really being that great. So now it's kind of like, well, who's the chance to be the, you know, what parties could it be next time? And the thing is, like, unfortunately, a lot of people are looking towards going more right, which is towards reform. But if we can sort something out on the left, I think like if we can get all behind one particular party, we might be able to, you know, push another party forward, which supports trans people, because reform do not support trans people. I got that one. You get results. Oh wait. There we go. Okay. My NHS app detailing my treatment and meds disappears after 3 months. Sometimes this is frustrating, so I tend to take copies online now. Yeah, well, I know what you mean. I normally make copies of all my documents and stuff because I just don't think they care, and they just don't seem to be interested in my That's what interested in. They're too busy. They've got so, you know, I'm just, when I come there, they just like my GP's just useless. Let's put it that way. So I do the same thing. I make copies of everything, and you know, and then I get what I can. That's strange. Think back. I have 125 blood tests results on my app. Yeah, that's really good though, Jade. I mean, I think you're lucky because I don't have all like that. I've never got any results from my blood. They just said to me, "Oh well, if there's anything unusual, we'll let you know. But if not, you're fine. Just leave. They don't have to give me POS due to GDPR or them not caring." Well, I don't. I mean, I gotta. I'll make one thing clear when I talk about them not caring myself. I'm on about the ones in Leeds in the UK. They're not. They don't. I don't. My GP not bothered. The ones in London, I must admit, they do care, but they don't give me blood results. They just say if there's anything wrong, they'll let me know. They seem a bit overstretched, to be honest with. The London one seems very busy and very overstretched. The clinic I go to in London, but I think they care. I think they do. They do want to supply things, but I think because there's so many people going through it, that's why they're a little bit can't do so much. And the one in Leeds, they don't care. They don't care. They're just another person coming to use the clinic, and that's all about it. You know, and they're not a gender clinic. They're just a GP, so they're not. Just so many people there all the time when I go. Anyway, let me get this story. Let me see where it is. If I put this one on, there you go. So I'm going to do this story here. Let me just change my background there. Why has it done that? Should. Oh, there we go. Bit slow. Anyway, there we are. It can be frustrating, but That is why I take copies now. Yeah, that's a good idea. That. One moment. I need to take it off. I've got to do it this way. So yeah, let's go back. Let me go back to main screen there. So yeah, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Green Party today. So we've done some news stories before on. I've done something on your party. I've talked about reform, and I've also talked about the Liberal Democrats, which I felt when I was reading about the Liberal Democrats, I thought they've got some a lot of things I agree with. But this time I'm going to talk about the Green Party. So I will just open that up so you can see. Okay. So hopefully that's better, isn't it? So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna butcher his name. Was it Zach Polanski? So yeah. It's time the party. It's time for the party to stand in unison solidarity with our LGBT community. So that's a good start just in that title, isn't it? A party that wants to actually stand with LGBTQ plus people. So let's just talk about the article and see what they're actually saying in this. So what's it about? So we've got new Green Party leader Zach Polanski, 42, elected on September 2025 with 20,411 votes versus 3,705 for rivals. Previously was the deputy leader and London Assembly member. Right. So, yes, I did know that we in the Green Party they had a new leader. I didn't know about his votes, but they're very good. So he was definitely very popular. He's 42 years old, so I mean, he's not particularly old or anything, is he? And yeah, he's the new leader. So let's see what else. So he identifies as gay. He's vegan. He's a former actor. Okay, Hackney based. Mocked in the media for but used to it. To emphasize authority. Okay. Well, whatever. So he gets mocked in the media, right? But like he says, he's not bothered by it. Whatever. So he's the platform eco populist, tackling inequalities at the heart of the Green policy amid 30 seats at the next general election. Oh, so they're aiming to get. Sorry, let me make this clear. They're aiming to get. I think Jade just. Well, thank you, Jade. Didn't see that up on the thing there, but thank you for that. I know you just sent a donation, didn't you? Thank you. I'll sort that out in a bit. So yes, so let's go back. So yeah, so they're planning to aim to get 30 seats at the next general election. Well, hopefully they can get more than that. So the message to Labour: Greens are not there to support or pressure Labour, but to replace them. And this is what I said before. Look, Labour are less popular now, and there's a chance, we could have a complete shake-up in the next election. I mean, it could look like the two main parties. I mean, you got to accept that Reform have got popularity with the right. Maybe some of the old conservative voters are going over to Reform, and I think that unfortunately some people kind of been they've seen what the leader Nigel Farage is offering them, and they want that. He's offering a lot of things. Can they actually do those things? Probably not. But the thing is, as well, they're offering a lot of things that will be very damaging to the UK. Especially if you're in the UK, you'll see that they're about their immigration situation. They're not just talking about removing illegal immigrants from the UK. They actually want to remove people that have come in here legally as well, or made it more difficult for them to be here. And that's a really bad idea, because those people will either go somewhere else, or it's just not a way to run a country and not welcome people that are paying into the system and actually helping the country. So I don't agree with that. Plus the fact that LGBTQ plus policies and everything are not good. So that's why I don't support reform. Anyway, let's carry on with. So yeah, they criticize reform, calling Farage and reform. They say that they're going to exploit the working class, and they're disconnected whilst opposing migrants, LGBTQ plus rights, and of course climate change as well. So I mean, I know the Green Party mainly, or growing up, was because I used to think, well, they were more for like the climate, which they are. But Reform want to completely go back on any climate, helping the climate in any way. So we're also, with Reform, you're going to get more, well, let's be honest, more pollution, because you're going to, I mean, it's not going to be good. So podcast launch, okay, bold, political, gives space to thinking, activists and ordinary people shout out shut out of the mainstream. Sorry. So yeah, so basically they're giving space for people to, people who want to think about a better country, activists, ordinary people who normally wouldn't get their voices heard in the mainstream media. So this is a good start. Let me scroll down a little bit, because I know we've got a few more pictures on it. It's quite a big article, this. So it's got a picture here of him. Go down a bit more, some more down here. Okay, and then one there. It's quite a big article. Let's leave that. Okay, we'll leave it there. So what are the key LGBTQ plus positions? So the Green Party, under his leadership, will stand in solidarity with the LGBTQ plus people. So they're going to support. They want to support LGBTQ plus people. Trans rights central. So trans rights are human rights. Trans women are women. Trans men are men. Non-binary identities exist and are valid. So I've not heard any party talk like this. So definitely for the LGBTQ plus community, and especially trans people, they're saying they will back us 100%. So for me, this is sounding extremely good. Self-ID. Greens remain committed to self-identification for trans people. They reject Labour's well, basically what Labour's doing anyway. They reject all that. So that's another good one. Like, they actually do support self-ID. So I think for trans people, this is a big yes behind it. Healthcare would reverse the ban on puberty blockers. Ensure NHS policy is shaped with trans people. Okay, so again, this is really good thing to hear, because obviously in the moment, the UK, we've actually banned puberty blockers for, I think it's under 18s, which I think are important, because I think that young trans people, look, puberty blockers hold back your puberty. They don't. It's not like estrogen or testosterone, which will make proper full effects. But puberty blockers can hold back and give your body time before you start taking hormones. So it gives young people that chance, instead of like going through puberty and then having to, because it's irreversible, a lot of things that happen when you go through puberty. So for a trans person, if you can, like, I mean, I'll just give you an example. What I've seen with trans people in Thailand, you can basically transition from a younger age and live your life, and basically you're just accepted as who you are, because no one, I mean, your appearance matches how you feel. Whereas if you go through puberty, it is not as easy to, well, you can't change certain things. You can't change the size of your shoulders, your hand size, your bone structure. It can't be changed. Whereas if you're younger, you can't. When you transition, you can actually. It can be a better. You can have. I mean, transition at any age can be good or bad. But what I mean is, the effects are tend to be better if you do them when you're younger. So the EHRC and the Supreme Court describes current ruling, and guidance. So the Green Party said that these rulings are a mess and vow to legislate against it to protect trans people's rights. Another plus, another good thing. So party culture. So the Greens are a broad church, but not a space for racism, homophobia, misogyny, or transphobia. So they won't accept racism, they won't accept homophobia, transphobia, or misogyny. And also, he's the first gay man, the leader. What's his name again? The leader, Zach. So Zach, he is the first gay man to lead a political party in England and Wales. Says visibility matters, but his focus is tackling inequality across society. So that's another thing. The first gay man to be a leader of a political party in the UK. So that's a big first anyway. It shows how far we've come. From the time 30, 40 years ago was like illegal to be gay. So we've made big steps there. Maybe one day we could have the first trans person as a leader. I'm sure that will happen one day. It will eventually. Political representation. So, why does it matter? A gay man openly leading a UK party centering LGBTQ plus issues unapologetically contrasts with Labour's retreat on rights. Well, this is another thing. I mean, if you look at Labour and you look at what they're saying in the Green Party, Labour are going backwards. Labour are pulling away a lot of the rights that we had. Whereas the Green Party are full on. They're just saying, no, we're gonna go full rights for everybody. Why not? We want equality. So anyway, about Labour. Look, we've got Starmer reverse. Right. So Starmer's view on a trans woman. Okay, 1 minute he says trans women are women. Then when the ruling came through, he was like, oh, no, I got to agree with the ruling now. So he just flip flops all the time. So someone who's supposed to be representing the left is supposed to be, you would expect to be more. Look, he said trans women are women, so keep with that. But he can't do that. He can't commit to it because he'll just go with whatever's popular. Wes Streeting. So Wes Streeting, who's in charge of the NHS at the moment, is making puberty blockers ban permanent. Yeah, I again, I've spoken about him. I might go back over him again later in this video today. But he's useless as well, and he doesn't support trans people. And I mean, he's for Labour, but he's useless as well. Labour's complicity complies with the Supreme Court's restrictive ruling. Yeah, well, the Supreme Court ruling happened under Labour's watch. Britain's falling sharply on the ILGA Europe's rainbow map. Yeah, well, it's falling behind. It's a lot of countries are looking at England and saying that their human rights towards trans people is going backwards and everything. So that's another thing. So shift in LGBTQ plus voter base. Yes, Labour has reportedly lost 45% of lesbian, gay, and bisexual voters since 2024. Well, it's understandable, isn't it? Why would you vote for a party that seems to be happy just to let rights disappear for your community? And the data suggests Greens are now leading among LGBTQ voters, LGBTQ plus voters. They've got anti-hate stance, highlights the 125% rise in hate crimes over 5 years. So the Greens will confront this and the fact that the propaganda that's targeting trans people. So the Greens want to resolve that. They want to sort that out. So it's good. Authentic voice. He refuses, the leader Zach. He refuses to water down trans inclusivity policies. Says the Greens are part in climate where parties avoid or compromise on the issues. Yeah. So he's saying that whatever, trans people should get full rights, whatever. They shouldn't be watered down in any way. Also urgency. So frames policies as far as fight against Reform UK. So the difference, so fighting against Reform UK and Labour's draft rightwards. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Sorry, drift rightwards. So Labour has started to go pivot more right, and so the Greens are a more progressive party, and they're staying where they are. They're not going to pivot right like a lot of the other parties are doing. Okay, and finally, I'll just finish this off. So internationally, so Europe, UK has slipped from the top of the ILGA Europe rainbow map to mid-table, whilst countries like Spain, Malta, and Ireland have advanced. So we're going backwards, but like Spain, Ireland, Malta, they're going forwards with LGBTQ plus rights. Global right-wing trend, we've got gender critical and anti-trans movements are funded by fossil fuel interests in the US to divide progressives and distract from climate policies. That's interesting. So they're saying here, they're saying that basically a lot of the anti-trans rhetoric that you hear in the news and stuff is actually fueled by fossil fuel companies, because it means that we can fight amongst ourselves. And while they're doing that, they're promoting their fossil fuels and things like that. So that's the thing. That's another thing as well. Like all this fighting between normal people, when the people, they're funding, they're trying to push forward with like fossil fuels and stuff like that. Fascist warning links Nigel Farage in the UK with Donald Trump in the US as part of a global wave of far-right climate denial, anti-LGBTQ plus policies. That's true. Well, yeah, that's the thing about reform. They very much mirror a lot of what's happening with the things that Trump is actually saying in America. They basically model themselves on Trump. And then finally, the global takeaway: the Greens are positioning themselves as part of an international progressive bloc that ties together climate justice, economic equality, and LGBTQ plus rights. So treated them as inseparable. So these are all the things that they represent. So there we go. That is the Green Party. Well, that's what I have from the news. Oh, I've got something there. Have a new member. Oh, we have a new member, Dana Blair. Oh, nice. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Oh, we have Bell. Bell has become a member as well. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, we're getting. Oh, Jade, did you send? You gifted. Oh, it's telling me all the new members here. We're getting. We get a little dancer in the top. You see the dancer there? Oh, these are all the new members. Wow, it's pretty cool because I didn't have that before. Oh, why is it so high up though? I guess it's okay. I think that's an okay space for it to be, because we can see everybody who's joining now. It's quite interesting. Oh yeah. Well, thank you, Jade, for that. Thanks for gifting that. That gives everyone a chance to experience the membership. Thank you. Let me put it on big screen now. Let me put myself on a big screen. I'm quite glad that I've changed the screen setup, because this way. Yeah, this way we can see more. It's a shame I should read it like this when we get all those then. But it's pretty cool to see that in the corner. I kind of like that, because I've been setting all this screen up so I could do all this. Now I can view things better. Wow. But thank you, Jade, for that. Thank you for sharing some memberships tonight. It's really. Oh wait, I'll put it. Yeah, thank you, Jade. Thank you so much. I'll come back. Hello again. Nice to see you here, Met Guy. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here tonight. Charles, Rachel, you want to read the manifesto of the Green Party? Excellent read. Well, I'll be honest with you. Right, look, I didn't know much about the Green Party when I was starting this. I didn't know. I'd kind of lost faith in politics in the UK. I was feeling like everybody was talking about reform online, and I was feeling kind of feeling down. Oh, well, thank you for the. Oh, thank you, sing back. Thank you so much. I think super chat. Yeah, okay. I'll put it onto the meter here. It's okay. So yeah, let me put it on here. I can add it to the screen. So, what was I say? I kind of lost interest in politics myself. So yeah, thank you so much for that donation. Thank you. Wait, no, I can't put it there. 1 minute. Bear with me. I just have to change this. Okay. It should pop up in the donation tab now. Yeah, so like I said, I kind of lost interest, and I'll just wait. Thank you. I just don't want to make sure I got you there. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, going back to what I said, I kind of lost interest in politics, and then I decided to start looking a bit more at the different political groups in the UK, and because everybody was going on, oh well, Reform are going to win the next election and all this lot, and then when I started looking, I noticed that the Liberal Democrats were saying a lot of good things, and I was thinking that's really good what they're saying. I agree with it. But the Green Party absolutely blew me away when I read what it said. And I'm going to have to read the manifesto. I'm going to read it. I am going to read it because that is amazing to recognize the LGBTQ community in such a way. I've not seen that happen in other parties. I'm absolutely amazed by that, to be honest with you. Let me see if I can get this sorted out. Something wrong here. Hopefully that'll work better. It should work. It should come on my little thing, that donation, but I don't know why it's not. Anyway, I'll get back to it. So yeah, so I'm well behind the Green Party. I might even be saying to you all, oh, there it is, it's on the donation banner. I might be saying to you all that I might look. I'm going to tell you who I'm voting for, but I mean right now the Green Party are at the top for me. I know we're still quite far away from an election in the UK, but right now they're definitely up there near the top. I'm feeling like they might get my vote because they just seemed like, well, why won't I vote them? They're offering everything that I agree with. The new gifted members, please join the Discord channel. Yes. If you're a new member, like Jade says, Jade has offered a lot of membership to people on this channel, and I'm really grateful to her for doing that, and it really means a lot to me. But take advantage of that now. You've got that opportunity. Please come and join the Discord, because you can join the Discord anyway. It's absolutely free, but you also have access now to the private channel support section on the Discord. So you might as well take advantage of that. You've got the month now. You've got a whole month. I hope you'd like to stay longer than that once you see all the great things on this channel. And you've got access to a private Sunday show that only members have access to. So if you now take advantage of that, you can have the Sunday show. You've got the private access to the Discord. So I just, and if you're interested in trans issues, if you're trans or if you're just an ally and you'd like to know more about something, or if you just want to talk with trans people, it's a great place to go because everybody there, I mean, all the members that have already joined are all like-minded, will talk, and also you can share things there. If there's something you want to share and get opinions from other people, you can do it there. It's a really great place to do it. So, if there's something you've been thinking about, but you don't know really where to talk about it, go in that Discord. Once you're in there, let me know if you're a member already on here. I can check through the channel. You can say, look, I'm a member. Can you check? And if you're a member on here, I will add you to the private chat area, and then you can share things with people there. And they are like-minded people. And they'll give you advice, or you might be able to give some advice to everybody else. So it's worth it. Although the Green Party is the best one for us, yes. Thank you, Debbie. Nice to see you. Most important is better to keep Reform out. Even if you have to hold your nose and vote for the next best pie. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, because I mean, I do feel that Reform. I think that Reform will damage the country. There's just so many things about them. It's not just their actual the way they come across anyway. You know, let's be honest with you. But I feel like I generally think, okay, if Reform won, let's say Reform win, let's say they do, I think England is going to have big problems. I just really believe England's going to have really big problems. Not just problems that we'll face, being trans or LGBTQ plus people. I think as well, I think they will damage the country, and I don't know how we will repair the country from that. I think the damage could be pretty severe. So I really do think we do need to have a party in. But you're right. Let's see when the election comes up, because I mean we've still got time before the elections. I mean, I know I already have plans that I want to make sure that I'm doing some more videos. You know, I'll actually try and do some more videos myself and listen to other people, what they're saying, and try and get as much detail as I can. So when it comes to actually the election, I have something strong to share with you guys out here. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, because really, it all helps basically. And it really means a lot. It really does. Let's see. Good evening, Jade. Oh yeah. Thank you, Charles. Let me just double check. I got all sorts of comments in here. I get some comments from my other channels because I'm on. What is it? I've joined. Let me just do it. Well done, Jade. You are really helpful. Yeah. Well, both of you tonight. Thank you so much. Now I was just gonna say I joined Twitch. I got Twitch because the system that I use here, I can basically put this video loads of different places, and so I put it on Facebook. I don't think many people watch it on Facebook, but I put it on Facebook, and I put it on my second YouTube channel, the video. So I have it on 2 YouTube channels at the moment, because I have Rachel Moore one, and I have Rachel Live as well. So I put it on there, but I also put it on Twitch because I was going to do some gaming as well, and I thought it might be kind of fun, but nobody watches it on Twitch. It's just like nobody watches it. But it doesn't matter anyway. If you're gonna watch this, the best place to watch it is on YouTube. Don't go somewhere else. Watch it here. Let me see, where are we at now? I've lost my place now. I don't want to miss anybody's comments. Okay. I'll start here. I think. Wait, what do we say? I miss you, lovely. Which one's this one? Necklace Rachel. What? I miss your lovely necklace. Sweet. This one? This one, you mean? Well, when am I going? I do skip to load then. Where are we at now? Oh, hi, Kirsty. Hello. Reform are a massive problem for us. I know. I mean, I think they must have lost some people, because the recent thing they said about immigration. Look, I have friends that are not that are, what is that? Well, I have a friend. Let me tell you a story. I have a friend who's on leave to remain. I actually have a friend, but they're going to apply for British citizenship at the end of this year. And they've been telling me they've been on that for 5 years, and they've told me how much it's cost them to do that, because they have to pay for their they pay for the NHS as well. They have to pay so much towards the NHS and everything like that to use it. My friend does anyway. And they said they spent thousands of pounds to go through this process and everything. You know, legally, they've done it properly. They've done everything legally. Not they didn't come into the country and then apply. No, they've done it right from the legal way. And my friend just said when she heard this about reform, she said, "Well, if they get in power and they do that," she said, I won't work here anymore. I won't do business here anymore." She works here, but she said she'll leave, because she said, "Well, why? I don't want to be a second-class citizen." You know, I mean, she's going to have a British passport by the end of the year, and I think most likely reform can't touch her, but she's not happy about it. And I think a lot of people who are here, who are you know, working and paying tax and stuff like that, it's just an awful thing to say to people. They're awful anyway. I mean, I know reform are awful anyway, but I think they'll lost some people through that, because I think a lot of people will realize, wait a minute, they just mean anybody who wasn't born in England, anybody who's foreign, we want to kick them out. And I think most English people don't agree with that. I don't feel that that's the right thing to do. It's totally wrong. I think we'll mess our country up. I think we will. Like we need people working in this country. You can't be like just kick everybody out. It's ridiculous. Well, I have to see how the legal challenges go. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what happens in the next couple of years. Especially, like you said, with the Good Law Project and people fighting back against all these laws that are coming in now ever since the High Court ruling and stuff. Hopefully we can fight back and we can make some changes here in the UK. Let me see. Well, I can get back. Oh, it's not letting me do this now. Why is it not letting me touch that? Okay. Let me see if I can click on here. Okay. Okay, so Franny, in the US, if you register but not vote by law, you do not give your consent to the government. Few Americans ever know that. Oh, right, okay. So if you register but you don't vote by law, you do not give your consent. So are you saying like a lot of Americans they just don't vote then, yeah? They just don't vote. I kind of find it strange that you kind of really only have two parties, don't you? Completely, there's not. I mean, I know there's sometimes some people stand independently or something in America, don't they? But you only really have two parties. So, it's not quite the same in the UK. We do have other options, but normally the Conservatives and Labour have always been the strong parties. But it looks like that's going to change now because they've just done such a bad job. It looks like it's going to be totally changed now. If we are successful, at least Labour will keep us in the Council of European Union. Well, yeah, that's another thing. We don't. Sorry, I know that Reform want to get us out of the European courts, don't they? And that's another damaging thing. That's we don't want to get Reform, and I know Labour at least will keep us in that, but unfortunately Labour won't fight a corner though. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I just wish that Labour could have been a bit more stronger with things. I mean, like Starmer, why he flip-flopped on everything. I just wish he could just say no, trans women are women, and keep to that. He didn't have to change because the law. He could just be truthful and say that's what. So what does he stand for? That's the thing. And I felt like Labour just kind of went, okay, that's the law, so we're just going to accept that. And that's it. And it's like, oh, well, so you just don't care about trans people at all. That's the sad thing. If they'd have just been strong, then we wouldn't have this problem now, if they'd have been stronger and more like, no, this is how we feel, this is what we're going to do. I mean, because Wes Streeting isn't supporting trans people, and we need that now in the NHS, and he's like, you can tell he's totally opposite, isn't he? I couldn't see it, sweet. Sorry, I know, it's hidden behind this, because I'm like, unless I do this, I know really I shouldn't have this, like, it's like this is like in front of my face, isn't it? It's like, I know my microphone's like that all the time. When I do my other videos, when I do my recordings, I have it down here. I have it like out of the way. But you see, I think it's really quiet now. One minute. Is it back on? I think. Let me just check. I knocked it off then. I shouldn't play with it because it will go off. Okay. I think it's better now. Yeah. But yeah, I put the microphone in the way, but yeah, you can kind of see it there. Got it. It's a little thing hidden away there. So Farage is a grifter. Well, yeah, he is, isn't it? I have seen him in action. He's even more revolting in real life. All right, so you've actually seen him in real life, have you? Yeah, I mean that's the thing. He knows how to grift. He's definitely a grifter. Count. Okay. Okay, countries with first past the post always tend towards a two-party system. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? In America, it's just only two parties, isn't it? Really. Funny enough, myself and my partner, Marge, is it? We're looking at properties in North Spain now. We are getting to the retirement age. Well, I mean, I can't say much about. I mean, I know a lot of Brits go to Spain, don't they? I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, the weather and everything. I mean, I won't mind going to Spain for a holiday. Actually, I haven't been for a long time. But I've heard that the rights for trans people are actually not too bad. Actually, in Spain, they're actually more progressive. I mean, I haven't really done like a deep dive on the rights for trans people in that country, but everything I've heard is that the system is more towards supportive for trans people. So it might even be a good place for transgender people who want to retire there to maybe have more rights or something. I mean, of course we're not I don't know, like being citizens or all. I don't know how it all works, but I just mean I've heard that they're more progressive in that sense. So, and plus they've got beautiful weather, haven't they? So I mean, why not? Why not go and have a look for a home there? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'd be doing the same if I could. You know what I mean? It would be quite nice to go stay in Spain. Let me see where Franny. Well, in court, I can use my being represented and not vote directly myself from any Trumpists. Okay, so you basically do you vote? Do you vote when you in the elections in America, or do you just don't bother now? You just feel like there's no point. Or defend. You can defend yourself. Let me just make not vote, defend myself from. Well, that's it though, innit? But I don't know. I don't really know now in America. I don't know what's happening because everything I've heard, I just find it. I kind of find it shocking that some of the things I hear. But I mean, I know it's not every American, and I know it's different states and different things. But obviously, even to everyone, yeah. I know it's different, isn't it? It depends where you are in America. All that would be required would be a minor amendment to the HRA to state that women include trans women with GRCs, respecting. Yeah, well, yeah. There's something as simple as that would be something, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Just to clarify the issue, and that means then trans women can be represented, and we can, we can work with the system instead of just excluding us completely and just saying, nope, you can't be part of it, which is what they're doing right now. They're just excluding us completely. Yeah, even though it's okay. I'm sorry, I'm reading all your things here. Okay, everyone knows this one. So I voted for other officers, but not the president. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so you vote in other like elections and stuff, but you just don't bother when it comes to like the president stuff. Well, you got to do what's right for you, Franny. I mean, you understand your system in America, and you know what's best. I just hope that you're the next. Hopefully, they'll vote someone a bit more. Not someone like Trump. Let's put it this way. Just please don't vote anyone else like that, please, because it's terrible. Hello. This is Han Kyun. Oh, wait a minute. Hannah okay. I mean, I'm just terrible. Huh? I'm terrible. Hello. Nice to see you here tonight. Okay. It's good to see you. Luckily, Marge is a European citizen. Oh, you said before, yeah. So Marge's still a European citizen, yeah. Well, that's good then. So it'd be easy for you to go into Spain. A no vote is never a good idea. This is how the bad people get into power. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, I can't really, advise anybody what they should and shouldn't do. I vote. I'll be honest with you, I do vote. I feel like for me personally, I just speak on my own thing. I vote because I feel at least, look, I make a decision, and that's who I think will do a good job, and I just put my vote forward. I understand, like, there's like obviously some people say, "Oh, I put a vote in, but my vote is not, it's a wasted vote or something like that." I mean, and as well, it's like, oh, if you vote for the opposition that's got more chance to win, sometimes that works. But I just vote with how I feel when I vote. I feel like, look, this is who I want in. Um, I mean, also in the UK, we've got to think locally as well, so we have to kind of look like we've got to think what's the benefit in our local area as well. But I mean, I'm not gonna I mean, I'm not gonna vote reform anyway. So you know what I mean. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when it comes to it. There's lots of factors. The real crap reason Labour have gone for on anti-trans is to avoid the gotcha "what is a woman" question that they keep getting, so they froze under the bus for convenience. Yeah, I mean, and that's just so stupid thing, because that is a gotcha. It's just a gotcha, because to explain what is a woman is not like a one-word answer. To actually answer it, you do need to kind of give context and actually explain it. So I understand why people get kind of lost when they get asked that question. But really, he should have just said, "Look, yeah, what is a woman?" Say, "Well, a woman, a trans woman, a trans woman is a woman," And oh, no, we got you and all this stuff. It's like, look, just don't worry about questions like that. Stick to what you believe. And I mean, that's the problem. Do they believe it? But it is true. They don't like it. I mean, I know that Starmer can't answer, which is just ridiculous. He's just not. He's just not. It will not stick to what he believes. What if he does believe that? Greetings from Luxembourg. Well, it's nice to meet you anyway. Nice to see you here. A new face, new person. But you're all welcome. Everybody's welcome. That's what this is about. Like when I do these live shows. Well, I mean, started to do these live shows more often now, because I mean, I enjoy them. That's one of the reasons I enjoy doing them. But also, it gives me a chance to kind of talk with more of you out there. And also, it's a kind of a good way for me to share more stories and things with you, because I can share more things with you and discuss more things with you as well. But I think I'm going to spin the wheel, because we've actually had, since the show started, we've had 2 donations. I think we got Jade and Simbak. So we've got 2 donations came in today. So I think I'm going to spin the wheel twice now, actually. So I will spin the wheel again. Because I said every time I get a donation, I will spin the wheel. So we've got two spins there. So let me set up the wheel again, and then we can spin it. And yeah, and like I say, feel free to ask any questions or anything you want to ask about the videos and anything like that, and we can do. So here's the wheel. Let me just set my screen up. Oh, what's it done now? What's that? It's gone black on my side. 1 minute. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, I think it's okay now. Okay, was looking a bit wrong there. So let me see. Oh, what's this? How you become sure that you are trans? Okay, well that's that. I mean, we could talk about that. Do you want? Wait, welcome. How did I know Let me put the volume back on. I've knocked my mic off again. Every time. So how did I know I was trans? Well, it's kind of like it's a long story, but basically I kind of always knew. I always knew since I was young. I always had that feeling. But the thing is, like when you're young, you don't always have the words for it. So I wouldn't say that I knew I was the words for trans when I was young. I didn't have the words for it. But I knew there was something that was like different about me. I knew that I felt like I was more should have been with the girls. I was more I looked at like the way girls dressed, and there was something more than that. It was just like the feeling and everything like that. And it wasn't until I got a bit older and I started to know that transgender people existed that I kind of started to realize that was what I was. I mean, did I dress in my mother's clothes and things like that when I was young? Yes, I used to dress up. I used to in private, in secret. And I thought, does this mean I'm a cross dresser or something like that? Which I never felt comfortable with the idea. I didn't feel like I was a cross dresser. I felt like I really just wanted to be a woman. So I knew that for a long time, from very young. I knew that. I knew that I liked presenting this way. That was one of the things. And then when I realized that there was such things as transgender women, I knew it was a real thing, which I didn't know when I was younger. And then I learned about hormones, which I didn't know existed till a lot older, which is surprising. I just didn't know. And when I found out about that, I was like, oh. And then things just started clicking. It took time. I wouldn't say it was like an overnight thing where I was just like, yeah, I'm trans, because I didn't even know the word for trans when I was a kid. So I couldn't have said that, but I obviously was. That's why I believe in young people knowing about trans education, because I was one of those transgender children. So when they say that transgender children didn't exist, that's a lie. I was one of them, and I would have loved to have the education that's possible now. Can you imagine? Like, I imagine if I'd have been like, a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, and I mean that young, it can even go younger, and I knew about that then, I wouldn't have had all this confusion growing up. I would have been able to transition at a younger age, and I wouldn't have had to go through all this confusion. I would have just got on with my life, but I didn't know, and they still don't want us to know. There's people out there that still don't want us to know. Well, I knew from the very young age. Yeah, this was well before the internet, but I knew there was something wrong. Information was my biggest problem in those days in parts of the world. Yeah, so you see, so Kirsty, you understand as well, because you've gone through exactly the same things. But I think a lot of trans people do. I'm not saying all trans people go through the same things as us, but I think that there definitely is a I think we can understand. That's why I think people need to speak with trans people, because that's the way they can learn, because we do have connections in this way. We go through the same things. So Rise from the Dark, how you convince your family? I mean, don't tell it badly. I'm suffering with mine. Okay, well, look, I mean, I can't speak for everybody's family because it's all different. For me, I didn't have that problem. My brother is gay, and he came out before I came out. So he had already spoken to my parents, and that was the big reveal kind of thing. I knew he was gay. Everyone knew he was gay before he came out, but my parents were fine. And I think in one way I realized as well, when I decided to come out as well, I knew that they'd be fine, and they were. So they were fine with it. So I was lucky. So I don't have as much experience with the negative sides on that side of things, because my parents were okay. So I guess it depends on your parents, and the best thing to do, if you feel like, if you don't feel comfortable coming out to your parents at the moment, look, do what take your time, find the right place for you to be yourself. Maybe if it's not going to your parents at first, or family members, maybe find people that are like-minded. I mean, like, people here were like-minded. I mean, I know we're on the internet here, I know, but I mean, you can talk with people here. You can join the Discord. I've said to everybody, if you're not, join the Discord. There's a link below this video. And there's people there you can talk with, and try to surround yourself with people that are like-minded, and care, and you can get advice from. You know what I mean? Because there's plenty of people in this group here that can also give you advice, and take your time, take steps, small steps at a time, and maybe like first find a group of people that you can be yourself with. And if your family, and if you don't think it's ready to speak to your family, then just take your time. You don't have to do that straight away. But if you feel that it's right to tell your family, then when it's the right time, do it. But always do what you feel is right. Take your time. Don't worry about the time. Don't stress about it. Just try and I definitely find a space where you can be yourself. That's the thing. You need to do that. I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you're living at home with your family or anything like that. But you know, just I would just say, just take your time and find the right people. Surround yourself with like-minded people. And take your time. Yeah. Then when I got dial-up internet, I could find the information that I required. So I transitioned, like Rachel. I raid that. Oh, I raided my mother's clothes. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of us do, you know. But I was the same. My mum had loads of clothes from when she was younger. So obviously she, as she got older, she'd put a bit of weight on and stuff. And she had these clothes that were a bit more smaller and stuff. And she kept them. I think it's because she said, like, I'm going to diet back into them or something like that. And so she had loads of like clothes in a spare room, and I was like, oh, and I used to just wear them. So yeah, I used to dress up. I would just dress up in private, you know, like when there was no one in the house, or if I was kind of alone, I could sneak in and wear something. I would. I used to do that. So I think that's a common thing, isn't it? I'm 100 miles from any known family. I no longer care what they think. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is it, you know, and this is, we all have different experiences, and you know, like you said, you don't live near your family, Janice, and you can just be yourself, and you don't really care about what they think anyway. So yeah, I mean, it all depends, doesn't it? I mean, obviously, if you live with your family, I guess it's more difficult. I mean, but like when I lived with my family before I came out, I just did it in secret. I never got caught. They didn't realize until I told them. They had no idea. I just kept it a secret. I wrote my letter to Russell Raid and showed it to my mother. She wasn't happy, but eventually came around. Oh, okay. So who's that? Russell Raid? Who's that one? You have to let me know about that one, Kirsty. Is that? But that's how you came out, yeah. One thing I found is that the people you think won't be accepting are the vice versa. All right, yeah. Well, this is the thing. You never know, dear. You never know. You don't know what someone, until you tell them. You don't know. You don't know what they'll think. I knew I was transgender when I was pre-teens. I finally started my HRT at the age of 58. Hence, Grandma Jade. Oh, well, no, I mean, this is, and I think I said at the beginning of tonight that we watched a video, and in the video, I think, how old was that person? But they transitioned later in life. The person in the first video, at beginning of tonight, and you know, I know it's quite common. I mean, obviously, maybe you could tell us, Jade, your own experience with that. But I mean, I was saying that, you know, it's just like acceptance has changed for trans people. You know, we're more visible now, and it's more acceptance to come out and be yourself now. But yeah, you knew when you were young, but it takes time sometimes, doesn't it, to come out and be yourself. Okay, so we got Heather, full trans, older. Okay, for the first 2 years of my life, I was handled by only women, and then the men came back from overseas. All right, okay, and I was imprinted by womanhood. In 1953, I didn't like being handled by men, and men didn't like me. All right, so you feel like being around women kind of that was what influenced you to be who you are now, like it kind of imprinted on you that way. I mean, I guess everybody's different, you know, it's different experiences. But then again, I was always around my mother growing up, I guess. I mean, my father was there, but I was always more close with my mother, in the sense she was always there. My father was working and doing his own thing. Do you feel I should start before? Do you mean hormones start before, or do you mean just coming out? Because I mean, I think the first thing is kind of, whatever you do, I think the first thing you should do is like find a space where you can be yourself, and then, you know, you'd start with like social transitioning, in the sense, if you've got friends, or you've got a place you can go. I mean, there's even groups in a lot of towns, and I mean, it depends where you live. I don't know where you live, but if you live in a city where they have LGBTQ plus clubs and things like that, you know, I used to. I would say first I socially transitioned in the sense I started to dress more female, and then I used to go out to bars and clubs at the weekend dressed female. So I kind of did it slowly, but I would still dress male during the week, and so I started that way. And plus the fact, like, I mean, here in the UK, you can't get hormones properly for years. It takes years to get them. So you have no other option but to socially transition first. But that's how I did it anyway. I kind of first kind of slowly socially transitioned. So I mean, but the hormone side and things like that. I mean, if that's something you want to go down that path, medicine and stuff like medical transitioning. I mean, you have to, you know, if you're in the UK anyway, you have to go see a doctor. But it probably anywhere you go see a doctor and talk to them about that. But I would always say start with socially transitioning anyway. That's the first thing. I'm 59, Jade. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I know there's a few people in the chat who are older. And maybe did you all transition at all older in later in your in life, shall I say? HRT. Look, HRT. My advice with that is really simple. Okay, first you should. I think you should start trying to like socially transition a little bit. Like, you know, get used to try to be out if you can a little bit. But with hormones, again, depends where you are, because I mean it's different countries, but definitely if that's something you want to go down that path, then you need to go speak with someone about that. I would definitely go see a doctor, talk with them. Or you can even, I mean, another advice is like talk with people here. Like I said, join the Discord. We have a forum. We have forums in the Discord, and people aren't using them that much. A few people have used them, but you could even come into the Discord on our Discord, go on our Discord and use the forum, and you could even ask some questions in there and stuff. So there is a way there. You could use some of the systems we've got on the Discord, and people can give you advice, and that way you can make more decisions on what's best. Because I think the best is definitely to talk about it and gain some understanding as well, and obviously gain some understanding of HRT before you start on it. You need to understand what it will do. Don't just start taking it. You know, you need to know obviously a lot of the positives, but you also need to know the negative side, because there is some negatives, but majority is positive, of course. But I mean, you still need to check it out. You need to talk about it, learn about it before you start. So I would never say just go start HRT. I would never say that to anyone. I'd say no, you need to sit down and know what you get into first. Eventually, I picked up the courage to go shopping. I wandered around Marks and Spencer with a list like I was buying a present. I'm sure the staff had seen it all before. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was so nervous when I went shopping for clothes. Um, I mean, I had a female friend, so a lot of time I'd go with my female friend, and she kind of like buy things. That's when I first started like buying clothes. Um, but I don't know if you all feel the same now. But after a while, even early in your transition, you just forget about that. I got to the point where I just didn't even think about it. I just go shopping for what I wanted to buy. What we got here? Quantum Leap continued in. Is that something? Subscribed, I think. I think it was a subscriber. Let me see what we got here. Russell Reed was a site. Psychiatrist in Earl's Court, where you could go private. So I saw him, did 3 months RLT, then off to Thailand, never looked back. Oh right, okay. So I don't know of that person. So you went to see them, and then you went to Thailand. Did you go and have all your surgery in Thailand? Did you go and just get full trans? I mean, it's up to you if you want to tell me, but did you go and get like full surgery, like bomb surgery and everything like that in Thailand? Because I've heard of a Sorry, I keep knocking this microphone. But yeah, feel free to let us know. But I know Thailand's a great place to do everything. I'm happy to tell my story in the private Discord. Yes, just ask me. Yeah, thank you, Jade. Yeah, and all of you, feel free to do it. Look, we've got the forum. I don't know if I put the forum just for channel members, but I think I can open it up. I think channel members can probably create more forums. Let me see what I can do for non-members. But I probably would say the best thing, if you want use of all the things on with the forum, I'll probably just become a member. I mean, it's for a month, it's £1. I mean, even if you're in America, I think it's like $1, not even $1.50 or something for like a month. So if you're okay to do that, it's probably better, because then you can be just part of the community, and that way we keep it for the community instead of just like letting anybody else come in. I just don't want any trolls coming into it. It's a way of stopping that from happening. 2002. So that's when you had full surgery, yeah? Okay. Wow. So yeah, well, feel free as well, Kirsty, if you want to share whatever you want in the Discord, because it'd be really good to I mean, I'd be really interested in knowing more about, that's, if you're okay to look. I mean, I'm not saying you have to. You feel free if you want to share that information with us. How can you show that what I'm? Okay, 1 minute. I'll read this. How can I how I can show that what I mean love woman body in me. Also, all my test 98 to 90% chance that I'm a woman, but still again and again confused, and in the country don't support this thing. So firstly, I mean, you'd have to say what country you're from, right from the dark. So it depends what country you're in, because I understand, different countries, different laws, different social situations. And like I said, the best thing to do, I mean, again, it depends what country you're in, because I mean, in the UK, it's easy for me to advise you from a UK perspective, but here we still have laws that protect us to express our identity. Some countries not so much. I mean, if you're in Russia, for example, I wouldn't be saying go out, go out, and I'd say be very careful. But I would definitely say for yourself, I would spend some time. You need to talk with other trans people. I mean, you've got a great opportunity here. Like I've said, we have Discord. There's a link below this video for Discord. Okay, please join that, because if you join that Discord, you've got more chance to speak to other trans people. There's trans people in that Discord. And so I would suggest just take some time to talking with people. Try to, because as you said, you're a bit confused about what to do and everything. And the way I did it, I didn't just go get some hormones or start transitioning or whatever. Even though I knew already myself who I was, I still took time to learn about hormones. I still took time to learn about what direction I wanted to go, how to go about it. A lot of time, like finding places to go. I looked for nightclubs and bars that had trans events, and I would plan to go to places. I used to go. I mean, I live in the north of England, and I used to go down to London, even though we have trans events here in Leeds where I am. But I used to travel down to London to go to bars in London where they had like transgender nights, and I did that because I knew I'd be with people, like-minded people, and I knew it was a safe space. I knew it was a place where I could express myself, and I could see how I felt being dressed and trying to present as myself. So I think that's my advice. I think it definitely to take time and definitely, like I said, I think maybe, like I said, socially transition as well. A gender dysphoria diagnosis was required before I received any HRT. Gender affirming care came after that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Same here. I mean, in the UK, I had to be diagnosed with gender dysphoria before I could access hormones in this country. So, and normally that's the best. Well, it's the best way, but you know what I mean. it's not a lot of us have to do anyway. But I mean, it gives you time to at least understand the path you're going on. I think you do need to understand. Where am I at now? I'm going to skip over it all here. I knew I skipped some there. Wait a minute. Where am I at? Oh, I did it. Really would have skipped a lot then. For all the folks on waiting lists for the NHS, consider Pato HRT these cheaper and legal, and at least in the USA. Well, yeah. Well, what you can do, if you want, Franny, what you can do is you could share your links and the things. 'Cause I know you shared something with me before by email. You can do it in the Discord, so you can always share this hormone with people so they know, and then they can see if they can access, get that and try that instead. For now, anyway. For GRS, I highly recommend Dr. Supon in Chonburi, yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that doctor, yeah. I think he's like one of the best, if not the best, actually. I've heard Dr. Supon. My friend was also talking about him before. Wow, that's like one of the best, if not the best, Kirsty. So pretty amazing that. This is remarkably close to the human. Oh, 1 minute. I go closer. This is remarkably close to the Human Library Organization, of which I am a human book there. Check it out. The Human Library Organization. Oh, right. Okay. So you mean? Oh, do you mean you are a book? Well, like I said, I mean, we all have knowledge that we can share, and I'm definitely I mean, if anybody wants to share more information on Discord, you're welcome to. Bangladesh anti-LGBTQ. Oh, I see. So yeah, I don't know much about the laws in your country, but I think I would just advise maybe just take some time and go into Discord here. Take some time and use Discord, and then maybe we can share some more information and maybe help you a little bit in your direction as well. But there is trans people in Bangladesh. Yeah, there is transgender people. But again, I wouldn't give out full advice like for you in that sense, because obviously I don't live in Bangladesh, and I can't advise you about the laws and stuff in your country. But I would probably I would definitely take some time, go in the Discord, because we could talk more about this in the Discord. We could definitely have more of a conversation about it in the Discord. Out and proud now. F the haters, 100%. Yeah, never had any involvement in trans issues until April this year. Just got on with my life. Went to see a bit of and put on weight. Yeah, reclaiming that now. Yeah, same here. Wasn't until this High Court ruling that I decided I wanted to be more visible and more active. Oh, hello, Esme. I still need to do some thinking too. I do appreciate the support as always. Yeah, and you joined the Discord, didn't you? So there's lots of people there, and I know you put something in the forum as well. I've even planned how I can get my own identity, but I'm being confused again and again and again. Yes. Well, like I said, I do advise you to join the Discord, and I join, and there's lots of like-minded people in there. We'll do that. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, please do. Yeah, put anything like this, put in the Discord. Definitely will be helpful. Yes, I am ready by people like on Zoom. Oh, okay. Or read by people like on Zoom. I see. Well, I mean, if you Heather, yeah, if you'd like, please join the Discord and share some information in there, because we have a Discord, and a few people have joined, but like Jade has given out a lot of memberships, so even people have like the memberships, they can take full use of the Discord now that we have. I think we should really be using it because we can share a lot of information. Even me, I need to be using it more to share more information on there, because I think it's a really good way to share each of us experiences. Anyway, I said I was going to spin. I said I was going to spin the wheel. I will do it. I promise you. Information is power. It's why they are trying to retract. Yes. Well, they're trying to stop us from sharing this information. But you see, they can't stop us. They can't stop us. We've got these things, and like I said, I mean, one of the things I'm more active now, and the reason I'm more active is because of what happened here in the UK. And like even using the Discord now, I've already seen that it's helping me, and I think it's helping other people. So it shows you if we just do something, we stick together and do stuff, you can achieve a lot. Anyway, so like I got 2 donations tonight so far. So what I'll do is I will spin the wheel again, because I want to share all this with you. And if anybody else would like to do any donations tonight, feel free to do so. Like I said, the link is now at the top of the chat section. So if you look on the chat, if you look at the top, you can see that there's a link there. That's the best place to send any donations because it goes straight to Buy Me a Coffee, which is the best place to send any donations. And if you do send a donation, I will spin the wheel. And if we do get up to the £25, I mean, actually, we're not that far off. What are we on now? We're on. Let me see. I'll make it a bit bigger so I can see the screen. It's really small. We've actually got £8.99. So if we do get up to £25, I'll share a secret with you all tonight. You never know, we might get up there. Right, okay, so let me spin this wheel. So what have we got? What other video can we watch today? Whoa, okay. Well, that I think that sounds interesting. So a trans person dating a Republican. So one for our American viewers here. So how does that even work? How does that even work? Let me see. I'll find the video and then I can share it with you all. I know I've had this one on for a while actually. Come on, where are you? I've lost it. Where is it? That's it there. Okay, I'm gonna put it on now. Let me just go to the main screen. Kirsty, anyway, it's late, so bed for me. Up early for work. Oh, I know. Well, good night. We'll see you. Hopefully, if I can get on a bit earlier tomorrow, I'll try and get on a bit earlier tomorrow because I will be live. I'm trying to be more active on here, so I'll try to be here tomorrow, and I'll try and get on early. So yeah, we'll have a good night. See you later, Kirsty. Okay. All right then. So let's look at this video here. Yeah, I'm trans and Republican. Let me share the screen. So I think you can see it. I'm going to share this video with you. All right, let's watch a little bit of this and see what they say. So I'm not sure when this was actually recorded. Let me just see when it was uploaded. So it's only 6 months ago. So I guess the same political climate. You know, if it had been like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, maybe we might be talking a little bit different. But this is only 6 months ago. So obviously, let's see if they're affected by any of the political issues that we're seeing at the moment coming out of America. Yeah, this is a thing that, you know, you get a lot of hate online from certain people. I don't know about how all of you, if any of you have this problem. I find myself like I don't know. I'm kind of like I don't get bothered by anything, so it doesn't really bother me. But I sometimes try to discuss things with people, but I think I mean, like if it's a certain comment like this, it's like most of the time that's just a troll. You might as well just ignore that because I mean, if someone's just being offensive, there's no point replying to them or talking to them. Hey, did he just say what was LGBT? I don't know. For some reason, it looks really slow on here. My system's a bit slow. Let me just see what she said then. Did he say what is LGBT? Well, anyway, if he did, then he needs to learn a bit. So she has 30,000 followers on OF. It's quite a lot, isn't it? I mean, whenever I've used dating apps or anything like this, I always found that it was like really hard to do anything like because you really didn't have an option. It was like you've got like, I don't know, I don't know because I don't really use dating apps that often. I don't really use them all now, but when I have tried to use them just to see what to do on them and stuff, don't really see any option really for like trans. Most of the time, it's kind of like you got male and female, which I'm gonna put myself in female anyway. But I have put like myself, I have put like I'm trans on there. But again, I don't think people look, and there's no real way of like distinguishing it. Um,
Hey, baby, can you grab me a rose real fast?
Eve revealed she was trans right away in our conversation.
I was surprised.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, you had to have known." No, I had no idea, but I was accepting.
And then you put it in your teeth.
I had such a great connection that I just continued the conversation. And was open.
He loves me. He loves me not.
Did I think I would ever date a trans woman? I don't know. I'm attracted to beautiful women. I mean, it wasn't like in the back of my head, like, oh, that's what I want. Like, that's what I'm going for. It just kind of fell into place.
He loves me. Okay, yes, I love you going.
She said, "Hey, I'm trans," and I was like, "I have something good to do." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm a Republican."
Yeah, I was
literally verbatim.
When Corey revealed he was a Republican, I was not shocked to say the least.
Beautiful.
I was a little scared and nervous, and been upset with one another?
Opposing political beliefs between the two of us. I'm trying to navigate that. It's been fun.
Yeah. This is so awkward. I'm like answering these in-depth questions. I'm like, yeah, yes, hate me. I feel like it's been like everybody else in this country.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's a lot of heated moments. There's a lot of anger sometimes. We've learned to really navigate and take the moments to like sit down and have those hard conversations. Okay, these are perfect.
Yeah, you look hot.
Oh, I love that. Okay, yeah, these are good. Thank you.
The current Republican views on trans people is not great. What they're trying to put into law is like they just changed like the LGBTQ plus community. It's now just I think LGB now. They're pretty much trying to eradicate trans people, which is baffling to me. And
Dating a Republican man has made me feel angry and upset and confused. Yeah, it's been really hard. Our current president has sent me in a literal spiral. I have been in intense therapy. I don't feel safe in this country right now.
I hate that she feels scared. To be who she is. Nobody should feel that way at all. We say that we stand for freedom in this country. How can we say that when we're oppressing people?
So my friend Cassie is coming today to talk about some of the reservations she's had.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in what she's gonna say.
I met Eve on Instagram actually about 3 years ago.
Because we both are of a trans experience, I think she was also familiar with like the type of guys that typically I would date. So she was a little bit nervous.
When she first got with Corey, I was a little skeptical because dating when you're trans it can be good, but it can also be pretty dangerous and scary. They moved in together right away, and I was just like, okay, this guy just got divorced. Is he just kind of filling the void with someone? Is he using Eve for her money? Does he just need somewhere to stay?
Hey guys, it's good to see you.
Hi, Corey.
How's it going, Cassie?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
So whenever Corey and I first got together, what were your feelings and thoughts?
In the beginning, I was a little scared for you, but my biggest concern was just like he just got out of a marriage, moved in pretty quick, and I was like, he's already moving in.
So what did you think whenever you first discovered that he was a Republican?
I wasn't shocked. They all are.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, we've dated people with other political views too, but the trend seems to be,
It's not shocking. They seem to love us. Like
yeah,
it's just done in the dark. So well, until now. Men are attracted to beautiful women.
Right.
And a lot of times,
Yeah.
like a lot of these conservative men are like alpha men, they're masculine,
That's
and they're looking for a feminine woman. And I'm sorry to tell you, but that's exactly what trans women are. So
But I feel like it's more apparent in the Republican community because it's so like, oh my God.
Yeah, like I was in LA then, and like every single guy that I was with was
I'm
Republican and more conservative. But again, it was hidden and secret.
I was judged my entire life.
I grew up in a really small town in Texas, and I didn't know what a transgender person was until I was 18, 19 years old. But I knew I was different growing up. Coming out to my family that I was gay at first, before I even knew what a trans person was, I lost a lot of my family through that because they were very conservative. Barbie is obviously my muse, I should say. Growing up, like I played with Barbies and my family hated it. They didn't understand it. I was always so scared to take pictures. As my transition goes on, I slowly become more bleached blonde, more tan, slowly finding myself through all that. And then I started my transition at 25.
This is obviously your first rodeo with a trans person. But you've done this before, so like, how have you noticed people reacting to your guys' relationship?
When I'm out in public, like I don't have any issues. It's literally just online. So you're a dude desperate for attention playing dress up. Like I'm not gonna argue that I love attention. I do. Playing dress up, I've always done that too. Still a man, I literally am a biological man. So these are all facts.
Since I am so public online, they have been very vile lately. It's insane.
Can't wait till you get unalive for tricking men. First of all, man, I didn't trick anybody. I'm so openly loud about my transition. Like, he is a man pretending to be a woman. He will never be a woman no matter how many drugs he takes, however many surgery or operations he has. And it's like, do these people not understand that I know I'm biologically male?
You'll be guys. That are thinking, that trans girls are trying to trick them.
Two men in a relationship does constitute you both being gay. Facts.
I mean, obviously everyone's gonna say he's gay. If you're dating a trans woman, you're not straight, whatever. We don't care.
I think it says a lot about their insecurities.
Especially in your situation, being a straight man, they love to put people in boxes and they don't. Know what to label you. And I think that makes people really uncomfortable.
I really don't care, man. Like, I'm happy. I'm not attracted to men whatsoever. I'm attracted to beautiful women, and she's very beautiful, and that's as simple as it is.
It's crazy because in everyday life, we're accepted and no one even knows the difference and they don't care, it seems.
Certain friends that have been super supportive, but then go back on that a little bit, especially, kind of
They
friends.
question your
Yeah.
sexuality.
With my family and their views towards the trans community, I think they're still adjusting. It's so new, and I'll be honest, I was very biased, and I'm still learning and I'm still educating myself.
My friends and family were a little shocked, and I think they were kind of scared too, because I haven't had the best of luck with men.
My friends, for sure, were like so supportive and
Crazy.
understanding. My mom was a little bit of a shock, I think, at first. Everybody in my family at least, like we process things mentally. It takes a second, but she's been a big supporter and a big rock for us. I just try to explain to her, I'm not specifically looking for a trans woman. This just kind of happened, and I am in love.
This being your first relationship with somebody in, I guess you could say, the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's just LGBT now.
yeah.
Spoken like a true Republican.
Right, there he is. Has like the hate got you down at all or made you insecure? Anyways, like,
At first, I was kind of concerned, just like what people would think, what my family would think. I know what I love. I know who I'm with, and I have no shame in that whatsoever.
I have noticed an extreme amount of hate now that I'm posting him. It's crazy. But yeah, just the judgment for people loving each other.
I'm really happy that things
How long's my mic been off? How long's it been off? Oh no. Did it go off long? Was it off long? Ah, no sound on the mic. Oh, how long's that been off? I'm sorry about that. Oh no. This is the thing about this microphone. I need to get another microphone. Was it off for a long time? Let me see. I can see now. Was it off a long time? When did you send that message? You sent it 42. Can't tell. 42. Oh, okay, a couple of minutes, yeah? Has this been off for a couple of minutes? Oh, well, you missed... I will have to sort out this microphone. Anyway, well, let's carry on. I'll put it up. Just keep watching it. Oh, well.
moved so fast because, I mean, it's been nearly 2 years and we're still here. Hi, Corey.
Bye, Cassie.
I think you treat Eve amazing. I think you've really stepped up.
She taught me that it's okay to sometimes be vulnerable.
So most of the video. Oh, well. All I was saying, I mean, I think you got the idea anyway. I think we both, I think we're all kind of on the same viewpoint here. Well, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize. Oh, I don't know what to do really, because the problem is when I watch these videos, I have to watch them on the actual screen for the video. So when I go on, I'm actually going on a different screen. What I'll need is like a parent screen, like a different screen to watch it on. I'll try and do that in future. Maybe there's a way I can do it, but yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so throughout most of the video, you couldn't hear me. So right from the beginning, yeah. Oh well, c'est la vie. Well, let's leave it there. We watched a bit of it. Oh, it's such a shame. Oh well, you'll never know what I said about him. I mean, look, I'll talk about it now. 1 minute. Make sure I've got the microphone because I don't have the wrong mic. Let me put this. Yeah. Look, I'll tell you my thoughts anyway. I just feel that love is love at the end of the day. Doesn't matter who you are or what political party you support or anything like that. But what I will say is that I can't, if he's a Republican, I don't know how he can support what they're doing right now, because they are stripping the rights of trans people away. So that's the other thing I wanted to say. And then I would say otherwise about everything here. I would say that we're talking about the comments and stuff. I think the people making the comments online, they do it because they're the ones with the problem. They're the ones that people spread hate. They're the ones that the problem. So don't ever let that affect any of you out there. That was the other thing I was going to say. And then I'd also add that I'm really, it makes me feel kind of sad what I'm seeing in America, because they said in there it's now just LGB, and yeah, exactly, it's just LGB now. It's not LGBT. They've got rid of the T, the government. So there's a lot of things I just don't like, and it's sad. It's sad to see. So. But I hope for all the Americans out there, I hope that it gets better. I hope that's. I'll be honest with you. I hope the Democrats get in next. At least they'll amend some of these problems. Okay. Well, anyway. Well, I'm sorry. The microphone went off. It will do sometimes, but I will get another microphone. I've bought some new headphones actually. I bought some new, because I've been using these, but I bought some new headphones. So they should come tomorrow. So I'll have some better headphones, but I know I need to sort out the microphone situation, because we can't keep having this microphone. Otherwise, I'll be watching videos and I might as well just be playing the video and not talk, which I can't do that. I'm supposed to. I need to. Okay, there's definitely something wrong with this microphone, because I didn't even touch it that time. I didn't even touch the microphone. Why is it going off? A minute.
And we're in a relationship. We'll always take care of each other.
I feel like you're the first man that has loved me wholeheartedly, like me, inside and out.
I think our relationship.
What is going on with this tonight? Something not right with this. I didn't even touch. Honestly, didn't even touch the microphone, and it went off. Yeah, like I said, look. If you want everything to keep going tonight, any donations? I mean, I said I'm going to do another video anyway tonight. I will do one more video tonight. That was actually quite a long video. That I'm trying to stay away from the longer videos, because if I do long videos and I end up talking over them, and then I find my microphone decided it was going to turn off, it's not good when I come back. But look, if you want to support the channel, please consider sending a donation to Buy Me a Coffee in the this section here, and then we can watch some more videos. And like I say, if we do get to £25 tonight, I will tell you a secret about myself. But I know it's getting late. I know that I'm pretty sure some of the viewers have already clocked off for the night, because I do know it's late. But yeah, I go a little bit longer, and if you want to watch any videos, please consider donating to Buy Me a Coffee. Right now, look, I want to do another story, because let me see, where is that one that I had? Okay, I don't think I have that other one, so I'm gonna have to do a different story to start with. Didn't I do a Texas? Oh, I did the Texas one yesterday. What am I talking about? I did the Texas one yesterday, because I was thinking about there was a Texas one that I did, but I did it yesterday. Okay, maybe we can do a let's. Well, I'm going to cover this one again, because I wanted to do this one, and I did it before. I've actually talked about this in a past video, but I'm going to do it tonight. Because I did want to cover it again, because I felt like the first time I didn't really explain it well enough, and I want to explain it. So let me just pick this other video up, and then another story, and then, because I think it's important. If you're in the UK, it's important anyway. Bear with me. Just let me reset this channel. And if you want to ask me anything, feel free to ask me. This is the best time, especially when I'm looking for the next segment, the next thing I'm going to cover. Right, okay. Because when I get this, I'm going to go on about this story next. Now, we did cover this before, but I felt that when I covered it, I didn't really explain it well enough. So, yeah, this one, I want to go over this again because I did do it, and I was like, no, I need to cover it again. So, I will cover it now. Let me check where we are. Yeah, so I'll share the screen, then you can see it. I'll share it first. So the next story I'm going to cover was I saw it in the news last week, and I did talk about it before, but I felt like I needed to give it another go and really kind of explain it in more detail to everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about it. It's basically, let me share the image so you can see. Yeah, I'm just going to change the screen. So here we go. Let's get into this now. So this is the article. Let me just try and make that. Yeah, that should be right. Okay, perfect. So this is Wes Streeting. Wes Streeting is in charge of the NHS here in the UK, which is the healthcare for trans people. So he's very important in that side of things. Wes Streeting is criticised for his callous trans women segregation comments in Mumsnet interview. So I did speak about this before, but I'm just gonna go through this quickly and tell you what it's all about and everything. So what's actually happened here? So the UK's Wes Streeting gave an interview on Mumsnet on the 19th of September. He suggested creating a third space for trans women. So he wants a separate from women's single sets facilities. So like toilets and hospital wards. He wants to separate trans people into a separate ward, a separate toilet. Personally, I completely disagree with this. I don't think that trans people should be separated like this. And he feels like this. But, you know, what do we know about segregation in history? It's not what we want, is it? He argues this would balance dignity and inclusion for trans people whilst protecting sex-based rights for women. So, yet again, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be dignity. It's like you know, you basically pushing trans women to a separate space. So Wes Streeting admits some would call it outrageous, but framed it as a compromise people could live with. So, you know, he's saying that, like, for example, we have a separate toilet, for example, for trans women, and that's the toilet we should use. So as he wants to segregate us. Days earlier, he had promised at the NHS LGBT plus conference to ensure he would ensure equality, dignity, safety, and inclusion for trans people. So he'd already promised that he wasn't going to do something like this. He was going to be there for us. But the reaction was swift. Critics accused him of promoting trans segregation. Online responses, they called the idea callous and ridiculous. And questions were raised. Where would these separate spaces be? Who would fund them? How would they work in a stretched NHS? Okay, so this is the thing. It's not just the fact about creating a space. How are you going to pay for this? How are you going to afford to do this? Because the NHS itself is already overstretched, already doesn't have the funding, is underfunded. To create an extra ward, to create an extra toilets for trans people would be extremely expensive. Now, I've already said to you that I don't like this and I wouldn't use these facilities. I've already said this. I made this clear. So you build these facilities. For example, you build the extra toilets, right? But I'm already one of the people that say, no, I'm going to use the women's. I'm a woman. I'm using the women's toilets. So I don't use it. Who's going to use them? So, I mean, it's going to be like, you're going to be very expensive. And then the people you intended it to be used, a lot of them won't even use it. So it probably end up being used by women and men, you know, who wanted to use it, just go to the toilet, maybe, especially the women's. Well, we should really be investing in a bigger women's toilet, to be honest with you. So why does this matter? Well, it's a contradicted message. He promises equality, then suggests segregation. Mixed signs. It risks eroding trust in the government's commitment to LGBT plus committees. So he's already promised these things, but yeah, I don't trust him. I want him out. He's not an ally to trans people. He's not an ally. Creating a third space segregates trans women instead of including them. Yes. Critics argue it undermines the principle that trans women are women. Well, that's the thing, because he doesn't see us as women. He doesn't see us as women. That's why, to him, this is a compromise. For him, it makes sense. He doesn't value trans people as who they say they are. So what else does it do? So it creates problems. The NHS already faces massive shortages. 6.25 million patients on waiting lists already. Buildings and staffing a third space is unrealistic. It's an overstretched system. Yeah, because exactly how are you going to build these areas? How are you going to fund these areas? How are you going to staff these areas? I mean, it's just not realistic. What he's saying is just rubbish. But here's the thing: with the political framing. Here's what's important. So Mumsnet is a platform known for gender critical views. So Mumsnet is actually an anti-trans place. So using that to talk these talking points, he's obviously done it to the crowd. He obviously wanted to sound good to them. The fact is, we can all see what he's saying. So saying this to them and undermining trans people is just the wrong way to go about it. Streeting's choice to make these comments there looks like pandering to an anti-trans group whilst trying to appear balanced. But you see, that's it. He's tried to appeal to them. But the fact is, he doesn't. We know he's not balanced. Bigger picture, debate isn't just about hospital wards or toilets. It's about whether trans people are treated as equal or pushed into separate areas or unequal spaces. So yeah, this is it. And that was my key thing from that. This is why I wanted to bring this up again, because I think it's really important. What he's doing and what he said contradicts what he was saying to us, to the trans community, to the LGBTQ plus community, because he is pandering to the anti-trans group, isn't he? In the United States, bathroom bills like what we've just seen in Texas, and there's plenty more than that in America, try to ban trans people from single-sex spaces. They also try to separate spaces, like so. In America, they're trying to basically erase trans people at the moment. United Kingdom. So Streetings reflects a wider UK trend. Political talking, compromising whilst validating gender critical rhetoric. So yeah, I mean, we're seeing this more and more in the UK. We're seeing more of the politicians moving against trans rights and moving away from supporting trans people. The risk normalizes segregation under the language of balance. Yeah. In Europe, Hungary and Poland openly hostile to gender ideology laws restricting trans rights. In Ireland and Spain, they are actually strengthening and protecting trans people's rights into integration, and they reject segregation. And so what about the globe itself? So the third space argument appears internationally as a supposedly middle ground, but in practice, they often reinforce stigma and create a new barrier. Equality means inclusion, not separation. So yeah. So I wanted to just bring this up. I just wanted to mention it one more time because I had talked about it before, but I felt that it was important just to give this one more read through. Basically, he has suggested segregation, and I just think it's very unacceptable being in his position when we really need support. This is the Labour Party. This is a party that's supposed to be supporting, at least for trans people, and it clearly is not. And I will never agree with segregating trans people. I will never say, oh yeah, it's okay for us to have a separate toilet. I'd never use it. You can do it if you want, but I'm still going to use the women's. Whatever laws you put in place, whatever you do, I'm still going to use the women's. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. That's how I feel. Yeah, but feel free in the comments to let me know what you think about this, about what Wes Streeting is doing. Do you think he's doing a good job with the NHS? I don't, and I don't like what he's doing with towards transgender people. Hopefully, it will change. Anyway, so what are we on? It's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock here in the UK. I can see that a few people have dropped off, so I don't know if you're all still here. If you're still here, let me know. I know it's getting late. I understand some people might have dropped off because it was late. I didn't really go through all the comments. Did anyone drop off before? Let me just check the comments because I didn't really go off. I missed some of these earlier on. In the UK, the gender hormone clinic has been great for me. It's a private hospital in London and shared care arrangements with my GP and refer me to the Nottingham Trans Clinic. Great. Well, at least you've got, I mean, like Jade, you've got some proper support there and everything. I mean, I've said what I've said about my clinic. I mean, it's just useless. I mean, the Leeds ones is useless, and then it's the what is it? The one in London, that one's fine, but the one in my local is just in Leeds is rubbish. Good night, all. TSP. Okay, so are you? Have you gone then, Jade? Oh no, that's saying good night to TS Beauty. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if you're here or not. Good night, Kirsty. Okay. Or did someone else go? I don't know because Oh, okay. Who's here? Who's not here? I don't know who's here. Who's not here. Anyway, Janice. Oh no, I would not date a Republican in a million years. It's a matter of trust. Yeah. Well, you're in America, but yeah, how can? I mean, I can't understand. If you're a Republican, right? How can you support what the Republican Party is doing towards trans rights? Let me try and. Why is it like this? I don't like this. 1 minute. Get my camera better. There you go. We'll start with that. Okay. That might be better. I don't know how you can support a party that's like how you can support a party that's basically openly anti-trans. I don't know how you can do it. And I was shocked by that. I mean, look, I think their love is their love. That's fine. But I think he needs to think about his situation with if he's dating a trans woman, you must understand that the Republicans don't support trans rights at all. They're tearing their rights away. Okay. Well, I think that's it. I don't know if any of you guys are still here. I don't know if those people have gone now. I might be answering your comments and you're not here. Okay, look, I'm near the end of the night. Look, I'm happy to carry on. If anyone wants to carry on, I will stay. I will. If you want to spin the wheel, you can send a donation to buy me a coffee, and I will spin the wheel again. But if not, after I played this game, because I'm going to play a game, and if after I play this game and I've got no more donations, I'll probably call it a night. So let me find my game I want to play. Yeah, I've been playing this one. I need to find another game. I've even been considering playing a little computer game actually. Going to do some online game or something at the end. But I've been doing a geography game for the last few nights. But I might change that. You're still here. Well, nice to see you anyway, Esme. I know some people might have dropped off. It is late. I mean, it's 11 o'clock here in the UK. I mean, I'm because I stayed up quite late last night. I did last night's show and I stayed up, so that's why I kind of got the energy to just keep going, really. But I'll go longer if people send a donation. But if not, I'll probably call it a night. I mean, I understand. I mean, I'm not expecting anyone to send any donations. But if they want to, I'll spin the wheel again. Okay, but I'm going to play this geography game now. Hopefully, the sound won't go off while I'm playing it, because otherwise I won't know, because I'm watching on the geography screen now. Okay, let's play it. I'm going to play. So yeah, if you want to send a donation, best to do it any time around now because I'm going to play this, and then after I play this, I'll call it a night. Okay, so where is Cameroon? I'm sure someone out there knows where Cameroon is. I know it's somewhere in Africa, but I'm useless with Africa. I said I haven't learned my African countries. Nope, none of them. I'm not going to do any more. Okay, Ethiopia. I think that's down here, isn't it? There it is. That's Ethiopia. So let's remember that. That's Ethiopia. Jordan. Now, Jordan, I think, is somewhere around here. I'm going to try these. Ah, there it is. Okay, so that's Jordan there. We need to remember this. This is Jordan. North Korea. I think we all know where North Korea is, don't we? It's next to China. This is North Korea. There you go. Samoa. Samoa is somewhere down near Australia. Oh, mind you. 1 minute. Come back here. Samoa's somewhere around here. It's one of these island areas above Australia. It's one of these. I'm not going to click on them all. There it is. So that's Samoa. Samoa's down here. Bolivia. I think that's in South America. I think it's one of these. No. Down here? Oh, rubbish. Okay, I'm going to skip that. Saudi Arabia. I know what that one is. Saudi Arabia is this one? Yeah. Saudi Arabia is the big bit here in the middle. Ivory Coast. I know that's somewhere in here. I'm going to say more south, but I'm probably wrong. Nope. I don't know. I won't go anymore if I don't get it first few things. Nigeria. Nah. I don't even know this one. I don't know it. Blair's. I'm not going to try. I think I know where it is, but Chechnya. We'll go Chechnya. I know Chechnya's got to be somewhere. Who wants you? Somewhere around it. Look. Is it this one? Oh, it's up here. Is it that one in the corner? No. This one? Okay, forget about it. No, I don't know. Norway. Norway's this one, isn't it? Yes, there you go. Norway's at the top here. Slovenia. Slovenia's somewhere around here as well, but I don't really know where it is. I can't find it. I hate when I can't do it. No, don't know that one. Nope. No. Iceland, yes. Up here at top. Okay, there you go. Vietnam. Vietnam is down near Thailand. I know this area of the world. Vietnam, there we go. Don't know that one. Gambia, don't know. Guatemala. Guatemala is this side, isn't it? Yeah. I know it's down here somewhere. Nope, I'm really bad at this. Oh well, I'm not doing it more. Nope, don't know where it is. Don't know. Brunei is back. I'm probably better at this part of the world. That's Brunei there. Okay, so let's see how rubbish I did. 9 countries. Oh, I'm rubbish at this. Well, better luck another night, eh? I tried. Maybe another night I can get better at this. Okay, so where are we at? Let me put this on full screen. And then we can just chat before I... So I think this is it now. Well, I think that's it for tonight. Unless anybody wants to send a donation before I finish. It's up to you. I'm going to go. I'm going to call it a night. Well, thank you all for taking part. I think that is it tonight. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed being here. It's good to see you all. I know some of you dropped off a little bit already. But let me see. Willing to talk in Discord though. Yeah, well, I might go on Discord later on myself. I mean, what I'll do is now, because I'm probably gonna call it a night with the show and everything. I'll go. I have to go get some food, and then I'll probably just like sort myself out. But I'll probably be back on Discord tonight for a little bit later on, and I'll be I'm probably just going to come back and do another show tomorrow night anyway, so I'll be about. But yeah, I hope everybody was here. I hope you all enjoyed it, and thanks for taking part. You never know. You never know how these shows are going to go. Kind of go one way or another. I mean, I'm still learning how best to do things, but I think the best way to learn is just to keep doing it and practicing. But yeah, thank you all for being here. It's been, I mean, Jade gave out some more memberships to people tonight, so we've got quite a few people now. I think there's a lot of members now, so I hope some of them do join Discord. I mean, if you're here now and you've got the membership, please consider joining the Discord, because that way we can definitely share more information together. I'm going to try and let you all know. I'll send some messages out and stuff to try and we just get everybody to join the Discord. I mean, it's absolutely free to join. Even if you haven't got membership, you can join. It'd be really cool to see you there. Anyway, good night. I'm gonna go get some food now. Okay, it was nice to see you all, and I will be back. I will be back tomorrow night. I don't know what time. Hopefully, either 7 or 9 o'clock. Okay, that's it for tonight. Okay, good night. I will see you soon.